On the outskirts of Ashland, Kentucky, a rusting Chevrolet Impala sits behind a chain-link fence. To most, it looks like any other wreck. Crumpled hood, shattered windshield, seats stained with time. But locals know better. They whisper about this car. They claim it moves on its own, that no matter where it's taken, it finds its way back, to the very spot where it once crashed. They call it the car that drives itself back to the crash site. The story begins in 1967, when the Impala was brand new. Its owner, a 22-year-old man named Henry Talbot, bought it with pride. Candy apple red, white leather interior, a machine made for freedom. But freedom ended on a cold October night. Henry had been drinking at a roadside bar. Witnesses say he left angry, tires screeching into the dark. Hours later, headlights were seen swerving along the curve of Old Mill Road. Then, silence. When morning came, the Impala was found twisted around a tree. Henry was dead, his body crushed in the driver's seat. The coroner said he never had a chance. Normally, that would have been the end. Just another tragedy on a lonely stretch of highway. But strange things started happening almost immediately. The tow truck driver swore the car's headlights flickered as he hooked it. At the junkyard, workers said they heard the engine turn over on its own. One man quit after he claimed the radio played static whispers when no battery was connected. Still, the Impala was sold for scrap. Or at least, it should have been, because weeks later, it was spotted again, back on Old Mill Road, parked at the very tree where Henry had died. Keys gone, gas tank dry. Yet there it was. The junkyard swore they'd removed it, but this wouldn't be the last time. Over the years, the Impala was bought and resold. A collector tried restoring it in the 1980s, only to wake one night and find the garage empty. Days later, police discovered the car wrecked against the same tree. Not once, not twice, but 3 times. Each time, the collector repaired it. Each time, it left. Each time, it returned. Locals began avoiding the curve entirely. Drivers claimed their cars stalled when passing. Others swore they saw the Impala in their rearview mirrors, headlights burning, only for it to vanish when they pulled over. One trucker even reported being tailgated by the Impala for 3 miles before it disappeared in a flash of static, as if it had never been there. By the 1990s, paranormal investigators arrived. They set up cameras on Old Mill Road, leaving bait, keys in the ignition, gas in the tank. For hours, nothing happened. Then, just after midnight, the headlights flared to life. The engine roared, and with no driver, the Impala rolled forward. Slowly at first, then faster, straight into the same tree. The crash was captured on tape. But when they checked the wreckage, something was wrong. The driver's seatbelt was locked tight, as if restraining someone who wasn't there. The footage went viral in paranormal circles, earning the Impala its cursed reputation. Some believe Henry's spirit never left the car, that he's doomed to relive his final drive again and again. Others think the crash site itself is cursed, that the land demands the car return, feeding on the moment of impact. There's even a darker theory, that the Impala doesn't just return, it hunts. In 2007, a couple parked near Old Mill Road claimed they heard an engine idling outside. When they looked, the red Impala was sitting behind them. No driver, just headlights burning into the night. Terrified, they sped off. But the car followed, closer, closer, until it suddenly vanished. When police later checked the scene, they found fresh tire marks leading straight to the crashed tree. but no car. Today, the Impala sits behind a locked fence, chained and covered in tarps. Locals say it rattles at night, as if something inside is trying to escape. Others claim the chains shift on their own, straining against the posts. And still, once or twice a year, the car is found back on Old Mill Road. Waiting. People ask, why does it keep returning? Is Henry trying to undo the crash? To warn others? Or is the car itself cursed, bound forever to the spot where steel met bark, where life ended in an instant? One thing's for sure. If you ever drive through Ashland and pass the twisted tree on Old Mill Road, don't be surprised if you see headlights in your rear view. Don't be surprised if a red Impala follows. And if it pulls up beside you, empty driver's seat, engine roaring, pray it doesn't want you to join it. Because some cars don't just crash, they come back. And this one always comes back to the same place, the crash site, forever. For more haunted legends and cursed tales, subscribe to Shadow Oath. And tell me, if you saw a driverless car on a dark road at night, would you keep driving or pull over?